Let's move across the pond from Marvel to DC as Batgirl has started filming. And I'm actually surprised because I thought they were starting filming in January, but
Yeah.
a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. And to commemorate the start of filming, the directors, they were also the directors of Bad Boys for Life, which I still have a bone to pick on that one. Should have bet on yourself and saved Bad Boys for Life for the next movie because it's Bad Boys 4, but whatever. They took this first official picture from the set and kind of shared the, hey, we started filming. Which, you know, us over here who overanalyze everything go, oh, you're giving away quite a bit, actually, in this picture here. Because, that says Officer Barbara Gordon on the bottom there. Is Barbara working for her padre? I'm conflicted on this. One, are you stealing Nightwing's job? Because for quite a long time in the Nightwing comics, he was a cop for the Bloodhaven Police Department and then left. That being said, I think this is a good change because maybe it's just me who doesn't read a ton of Batgirl, but I know my fair share about Batgirl. We never really know what she does during the day or what her job is. Whenever she is involved in any Batman story, basically ever, she's almost always just stuck in the watchtower behind a computer monitor or just out there helping Batman. We very rarely ever know what her job actually is. So giving her a job, cool, I'm fine with that. And it being in the police department under her dad, that could create some very interesting tension. I kind of like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Josh, what are your general thoughts on the Batgirl movie? You like the idea of her being a cop? Thoughts?
Yeah, I'm down, dude. I think the thing that's always been lacking, and this is as someone who doesn't know a lot about Batgirl, is her motives never obvious. But if she is working underneath her padre, that would totally. I love how we keep referring to him as Padre, but that would make sense. Of like, she's in the if she wants justice for Gotham, you know, quote unquote justice. It makes sense to her having seen it one way in being a cop and seeing the corruption, especially in Gotham, that comes with being a cop, and knowing her dad has a foot on the other side of be influencing that justice. It doesn't seem that far of a stretch to me for Barbara Gordon to be like, look, man, being a cop is what I thought I wanted to do, but I'm not able to help as much as I thought I was going to be able to. The system really restricts some things. There's a lot of corruption, blah, blah, blah. You could probably spin a lot of current day events in there.
Oh, so you mean like exactly what happened in the Nightwing comics?
Okay, yes, but that's not his, like, quote-unquote origin, because he doesn't get to Bloodhaven until after he's been trained. So it would be interesting to me to see, like, that's her motivation. So she goes into... It would make sense on why she, whenever she eventually gets injured, why she stays as Oracle. Well, okay, well, the justice... I still believe in this cause, and I still want to help Batman and all the rest. How do I do that? Okay, well, I can still help from the shadows. I can't be out there, but I can help here. So just this idea of there's a lot of evil in the world, and I want to do something about it, and this seems like the only way I can.
Yeah, I like that. There's also some other interesting details to notice. Like, what appears to be the film's official actual logo on the bottom here, the all-purple look. Always dig that. I'll be curious, like, we've seen some concept art. I'll be curious, like, what costume approach they go with, if they kind of go with the New 52 look, and I think they will, of the more tactical look, which I really, really dig. Also, maybe I'm reading too much into this, but it kind of almost looks like there's garland on the side here, so maybe this is set at Christmas time, which could be fun. Kind of like Shazam is absolutely a Christmas movie. And last, just because I'm a weird technical nerd, they're shooting this on 60 frames per second? Really? Because most movies are shot on 24 frames per second. The Hobbit was weird and was shot on 48 frames per second. And some people were just like, well, maybe they shoot in slow-mo, doing some slow-mo stuff because it's the guys that did Bad Boys for Life. Slow-mo is typically shot at 120 frames
Yeah.
per second. Like, 60,
That's not.
60 frames per second is what you play Call of Duty on advanced next-gen consoles. Like, 60
Yeah.
frames per second is that video game look. So 60 frames per second, maybe it's going to have a different look to it. Again, me just overanalyzing all of this, just
Yeah.
going, it's our first picture. But to me, this also means it's coming next year, because I don't think this would have a very extensive post-production. Now, I need either one of three things. A picture of JK Simmons as Gordon back, because that's just nice.
With him being super jacked?
I don't know if he'd be jacked this time around. Why did he get jacked in Zack Snyder's
I don't
Justice
know.
League? He was covered up the entire time.
It was absolutely horrifying to see that. Of like, that Gordon's gonna kill someone with those muscles, bro. For anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, literally go Google
JK Simmons working
JK
out.
Simmons Gordon transformation, and just like, there's no reason for you to be that jacked.
Yeah, it's Jim Gordon spelled Gym Jim Gordon. Like, that dude was swole and then gets hidden under a giant trench coat. I need either that, a picture of her with the suit to see what the suit looks like, or, most importantly, what I need in my life is to see what Brendan Fraser looks like as Firefly, because the Renaissance is coming back.
Yes,
and
it is.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see this movie. Then it should be this one, and then it should be Blue Beetle, which I'm really excited about. I feel like HBO Max is finally starting to. It's been a long, arduous process, but I feel like the train momentum is starting to chug along for actual HBO Max original content, which is long overdue. So I think this is a step in the right direction. It's just a picture for now, but nice to know that they finally started production on this.